The Mansfield Center is one of the crown jewels of the University of Montana, of the University of Montana system, and the state of Montana.
The Mansfield Center is perhaps alone in its capacity to shake those hands and form those bridges. It's an incredible asset and one in which we're very fortunate to have.
I think that we have a real gem in the crown of the University of Montana in the Mansfield Center.
You know, when you think about it, with the group of people that the Mansfield Center has and their knowledge and just the actually extensive knowledge with the Asian market, they are a great resource.
It's an incredible resource for us to use to facilitate a lot of our relationships.
I've been able to grow as a person and grow my knowledge base about different cultures and societies.
The Mansfield Center allowed me to go to Cambodia for a month.
The Mansfield Center is aptly named. He was a man who cared about humans, and the Mansfield Center is really all about humanity.
You know, Mike Mansfield was probably our first global statesman recognizing the importance of Asia to our country. And here in Montana, you know, we are by most standards rural and isolated. And through this program, we are able to expand our horizons literally and figuratively by getting to know and form deep connections in some cases with students and colleagues in Southeast Asia. And I think that's so important.
I became introduced to the Mansfield Center or the Defense Critical Language Program through the U.S. military. My sergeant major flagged me down one day. He said, hey, there's a school being offered in Montana to learn Pashto and the culture that encompasses that. I knew we were going to Kandahar province. It's pretty much the home of the Pashtuns. And so I said, of course, I'll do it. For 6 months, I learned Pashto Monday through Friday, from roughly 8 in the morning until 3:30 in the afternoon. You learn why the Pashtuns are the way that they are, and in order to speak a language, in my opinion, you have to know why the people are the way that they are. This was a map reading course in navigating human terrain, in the hardest human terrain, in my opinion, which were the Pashtuns. I would give classes to my guys, I would give classes to my company on how to be respectful. You can have an effect, such a greater effect, by not using that kinetic force, and ultimately, when kinetic force is used, lives are lost on both sides. So if you don't have to resort to that, lives are saved on both sides.
Joya, joya, joy panyo, joda iga hao panyo, singaria wawa showa nishiwa di hao panyo.
Now our kids are getting an opportunity to learn Chinese, and it's great. It's important to build partnerships, because even if our students don't get the opportunity to travel to China, China's going to come to them.
You can communicate with more people, and usually if you don't know a language, you cannot speak to a certain amount of people. We also learned that cha-cha-cha is cha-cha-cha in Chinese.
Most kids think about going to Canada or as Mexico as their foreign experience. So to be able to travel to a country as far away as Cambodia or Korea or India and study there is an entirely new world to them, and they're taking advantage of it.
My trip to Cambodia opened my eyes to see how lucky we are and how unappreciative some people can be, and how education is a very important aspect of life.
I never thought I'd ever get out of the United States. I had never been out of the United States, and I didn't think I was ever going to go to a foreign country and learn all the things I've learned and seen all the things I've seen. I really want to go to a foreign country now more than ever, just because of this experience.
The Mansfield Center gave me the opportunity to come to Montana, and it changed my life.
It doesn't matter how I say to Wonderful Montana is in Korea. I tried, but it didn't work. But Mike Mansfield Center brought Korean delegate here, and they're just amazed how wonderful Montana is. So I strongly believe we are going to have a strong economic relationship for the future.
The first phone call that we made when organizing the trade mission for Governor Bullock to China was to the Mansfield Center. We had a lot of concerns of how is it that we behave when we go on this trip? What are the cultural opportunities that we're going to learn, and who is best to facilitate and teach us that? It's a very important resource that we can pick up the phone and call and have those conversations. And if it's not known there, then they get us connected to the right organizations and the right people.
The more the two cultures can learn from each other and the Mansfield Center can help facilitate those exchanges, I think the better off not only society will be, but our economy will be as well.
We are going to become more international, and we're going to need the Mansfield Center to help us out with those kinds of international situations.
We have our own relationships with customers, but the Mansfield Center helps us expand beyond our customer reach to other areas within the Asian market that we may not have thought of, or that we may be able to connect with other Montana companies to not only assist them, but to have them assist us with the things that we're doing in those markets.
Well, Senator Mansfield's legacy that's being carried out through the Mansfield Center is a very important link between Montana and Asia. Many of our products that we produce here from some of the finest manufacturers in the world ship their goods to Asia. Their markets are in Asia, and those markets continue to expand and grow. So opportunity in Asia means opportunity in Montana.